So you at home need to consider having a time when you work consistently daily, because by so doing, you are creating that pattern. It's like a mental pattern to say, during this time, I study. During that time, I work. Between this and that, I rest. And once your brain understands that this is how you now do things, it will really make it easier for you to cope. You're with Mr. Van Billy, another good day where we're talking about surviving COVID. In our last episode, we spoke on how to create an environment or to control your environment. Because we were considering the fact that so many people right now have had to change their lifestyles, have had to work from home, have had to start teaching their children from home. A lot of you have gone from a space where there was a boss, there was someone watching you and keeping an eye on your performance, to a space where it totally depends on you to ensure that your work is done at the appropriate time and for you to make targets. So when we say control your environment, a lot of people actually ask, how can I do that? And the easiest thing you can do is by starting with a routine. Now, any of you who was probably a baby at some point, I'm just including everybody in there, or if you've had to raise a child, you'll understand that it's not easy to make the child sleep during the day. They want to play. Sometimes they want to play to a point where they're so frustrated and they're crying, but their desire to be up and about just does not allow them to go and put their heads down and sleep. Now, any pediatrician will advise you that if you really want to get that child to sleep easy every single day, you need to allow the sleeping pattern to be built by making the child sleep at the same time. So what does that mean? You can't say, okay, today they're going to sleep at 1 o'clock, tomorrow at 3, the next day at 4. No. You need one time that's consistent, that you ensure that it becomes a part of their routine. Now, if you begin to do that, what you'll find, and this is something I've seen with my 3-year-old, when that sleeping time comes, immediately he starts yawning, he wants his bottle, and before you know it, he's going to sleep. And then the fight is not on us, the parents, to do so. So you at home need to consider having a time when you work consistently daily, because by so doing, you are creating that pattern. It's like a mental pattern to say, during this time, I study. During that time, I work. Between this and that, I rest. And once your brain understands that this is how you now do things, it will really make it easier for you to cope. Because if you've set up that space like we spoke about last time, and you are in that space at the exact same time every day to do the exact same thing, your mind begins to settle into a routine, and that will help you to easily focus, to easily get into that zone. When we talk about the zone, you want to be able to get into your work zone as soon as you step into it. So, last time we spoke about creating the space. This time we are saying create a routine. Ensure you're doing the same thing every single day. And also remember that it takes about 21 days to build a habit. So don't look at it from the perspective of how you felt on the day. Oh man, I got there. It took me 2 hours to even get started. That's not the point. The point is to do it every single day for at least a minimum of 21 days. So it becomes a new routine in your mind. I encourage you, wherever you are, no matter what you need to get done, be prayerful about all your plans. Bring your plans before the Lord, and may you survive COVID-19.